You're probably feeding animals all wrong, and you don't even realize it. From the bread you toss to ducks to the milk you leave for a stray cat, these common acts of kindness might actually be doing more harm than good. I'm about to bust 6 myths you've been told about what animals eat, and the truth could literally save a life. We've all been there. You see an animal, and your first instinct is to connect with it, usually by offering a little snack. We saw it in cartoons growing up, we see it in movies, and we just assume we're doing a good thing. But what if I told you that some of the most common facts about animal diets are not just wrong, but dangerously wrong? These myths, passed down for generations and blasted through pop culture, are putting both our pets and wild animals at serious risk. When we feed wildlife, they can become dependent on us, losing their natural survival skills. It also makes them way too comfortable with humans, which can lead to trouble down the road. Today, we're going to tear down 6 of the biggest and most harmful lies you believe about what animals eat. Getting this wrong isn't just a simple oops, it can have fatal consequences. So stick with me, because what you're about to learn will change how you see that squirrel in your yard, the dog at your feet, and the ducks at the pond forever. Lie number 1. Rabbits thrive on carrots. Our first lie is straight out of animation history. A clever bunny, leaning against a fence, coolly munching on a carrot. We can all thank Bugs Bunny for locking in the idea that a rabbit's main food group is carrots. Fun fact, the creators actually based that habit on a scene from the 1934 movie, It Happened One Night, where Clark Gable snacks on a carrot while talking. Audiences at the time got the reference, but decades later, all we're left with is the myth. The reality is, carrots are to rabbits what candy is to us, a sugary treat that should only be given in tiny amounts. A diet built around carrots is incredibly dangerous for a rabbit. Their digestive systems are designed for high-fiber, low-sugar foods. The true foundation of a healthy rabbit's diet, we're talking 80–90% of what they eat, should be high-quality grass hay, like Timothy hay. This constant fiber supply is critical for their gut health and for grinding down the teeth, which never stop growing. An overload of sugar from carrots can cause serious stomach problems, obesity, and painful dental disease. While wild rabbits might nibble on a wild carrot plant here and there, their diet is mostly grasses and leafy weeds. So, if you want to give a bunny a treat, a tiny piece of carrot once in a while is fine, but their health really depends on a mountain of hay. Lie number 2. Cats should be given a saucer of milk. It's such a classic, wholesome image, right? A sweet little cat or kitten happily lapping up a saucer of milk. We've seen it in countless books and movies, which has led almost everyone to believe milk is a healthy drink for cats. People leave it out for strays or give it to their own pets, thinking it's a nourishing reward. It feels so right, but biologically, it's just so wrong. Here's the deal, most adult cats are lactose intolerant. Just like a lot of humans, they don't have enough of the enzyme lactase to properly break down the sugar in cow's milk. Kittens have this enzyme to drink their mother's milk, but they lose it once they're weaned. When a lactose-intolerant cat drinks milk, the undigested sugar ferments in their intestines. This can lead to a whole menu of unpleasant symptoms about 8 to 12 hours later, including an upset stomach, gas, vomiting, and diarrhea. Even if a cat doesn't seem bothered by it, cow's milk offers them zero nutritional benefits and is high in fat, which can lead to weight gain. The only liquid your adult cat truly needs is fresh, clean water. So next time you think about pouring a saucer of milk, just remember you're probably offering a recipe for an upset stomach, not a healthy treat. Lie number 3. Feeding bread to ducks and geese is a harmless treat. A trip to the park pond almost feels incomplete without tearing up some bread for the eager ducks and geese. It seems like a perfect exchange. The birds get a free meal, and we get a fun, close-up moment with wildlife. For years, this has been seen as a completely harmless pastime. But this act of kindness is one of the most damaging things you can do for waterfowl. Basically, bread is junk food for birds. It's full of empty carbs and has almost no nutritional value. When ducks fill up on bread, they don't eat the natural foods their bodies actually need, like plants, seeds, and insects. This can easily lead to malnourishment. The biggest danger, though, is a crippling deformity called angel wing. It's caused by a diet high in calories and protein but low in essential vitamins and minerals, a problem that a bread-heavy diet contributes to. The condition causes a bird's wings to twist and grow outward, leaving him permanently unable to fly. This makes them sitting ducks for predators and unable to migrate. On top of that, all the uneaten bread rots in the water, polluting the pond, fueling toxic algae blooms, and attracting pests like rats. It also makes huge, unnatural flocks gather in one spot, which helps diseases spread like wildfire. If you really want to give the ducks a treat, offer them something like cracked corn, oats, or birdseed, and even then, just a little. The best thing you can do is simply let them be wild and find their own food. Lie number 4. Grain-free food is always healthier for your dog. Walk down any pet food aisle, and you'll be hit with bags showing pictures of majestic wolves and screaming, grain-free. This marketing has worked wonders, convincing millions of dog owners that grains are just cheap fillers and that a grain-free diet is the best choice. The logic is that since dogs came from wolves, they should eat like them, and that means no grains. It's one of the biggest trends in pet food, but it's a dangerous oversimplification. First off, true grain allergies in dogs are extremely rare. When dogs do have food allergies, it's usually to a protein like beef or chicken, not grains. For most dogs, healthy grains like corn and rice are a great source of energy, fiber, and essential nutrients. But here's the scary part. In 2018, the US Food and Drug Administration, FDA, started investigating a potential link between certain grain-free diets and a serious heart condition called dilated cardiomyopathy, DCM. They noticed a spike in DCM cases in dog breeds that don't normally get it. The common thread? These dogs were often eating foods that used peas, lentils, or potatoes to replace grains. While the science is still ongoing, the correlation has been strong enough for many vets to advise against grain-free diets unless there's a specific, diagnosed medical reason for it. The marketing is slick, but the science suggests that for most dogs, a diet with grains is actually the safer, healthier choice. Lie number 5. Mice are obsessed with cheese. Here's another myth we can thank cartoons for. From Tom and Jerry on down, the image of a mouse risking life and limb for a wedge of Swiss cheese is burned into our brains. It's such a common belief that the default bait for a mousetrap is a chunk of cheese. We've just accepted it as fact for so long it sounds weird to even question it. In reality, though, mice don't really care for cheese. Sure, a starving mouse will eat just about anything, but cheese is far from their favorite food. Mice are omnivores that prefer foods high in carbohydrates, like seeds, grains, and fruit. Given the choice, a mouse will almost always go for something sweet or something with a strong, appealing smell. In fact, because of their sensitive noses, they might even be turned off by some really stinky cheeses. So, if you're trying to bait a trap, you'll have much better luck with a dab of peanut butter, which is packed with fat and protein, a little bit of chocolate, or even bacon. These foods have powerful aromas that are way more tempting to a mouse than a boring block of cheese. This myth is a perfect case of fiction being so popular that it completely overwrites reality. Lie number 6. A raw food diet is more natural and better for your dog. This final lie has become incredibly popular recently, pushed by the desire to feed our pets a more ancestral diet. The argument for raw food, usually raw meat, bones, and veggies, is that it's what a wolf would eat. Proponents swear it leads to shinier coats, cleaner teeth, and perfect health. It's a compelling idea. Feed your dog like a wolf to unlock its best health. But this belief is loaded with serious risks, for both your dog and your family. The biggest issue is that raw meat is often contaminated with nasty bacteria like Salmonella and Listeria. While a healthy dog might be able to handle some of it, they can still get sick. More importantly, even if your dog seems fine, they can become a carrier, shedding these dangerous bacteria in their poop and saliva all over your home. This is a major health risk for any person in the house, especially kids, the elderly, or anyone with a weakened immune system. Also, the idea that dogs should eat exactly like wolves is just flawed. Our dogs have evolved for thousands of years alongside us, and their digestive systems have adapted. Trying to create a balanced raw diet at home is also incredibly difficult. Without an expert's help, these diets are often missing key nutrients, which can cause huge health problems down the line. Pretty much every major veterinary organization agrees, there is no scientific proof that raw diets are any better than a complete and balanced commercial pet food. From the local park to your own living room, these 6 myths have shaped how we care for animals. We often act with the best intentions, but the results can be genuinely harmful. We've learned that carrots are just a sugary snack for rabbits, not a meal, that most cats can't handle milk, and that bread can be a disaster for ducks. We've also seen how clever marketing can push dangerous trends, like grain-free dog foods linked to heart disease, or convince us to try risky raw food diets. The bottom line is that every animal has very specific dietary needs. Believing in these charming myths, no matter how popular they are, can lead to malnourishment, disease, and worse. The kindest thing we can do for animals is to educate ourselves and question what we think we know. Their well-being depends on our understanding of their biology, not on our misguided treats. Which of these myths did you believe was true? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this information helpful and want to protect animals from these dangerous ideas, please share this with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe for more myth-busting content that helps all of us become better friends to the animals we share our world with.